Coming up on Mountain News this morning, students in Letcher County finally returned to school as their district continues to deal with the impacts of historic flooding. And members of an Eastern Kentucky cheerleading team asked for the community's help so it can continue to pep up their people.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. It is Thursday today, and I'm Dakota Makris, and we are counting down the final days of summer. Today, well, Brandon, now correct me before I start this, Brandon. Today is officially the last day, but also the first day of summer, right? Of fall. It starts at 9:03 p.m.
Final hours.
Final hours.
Final hours of summer. The official start to fall is tonight at 9:03.
You have it here. This is my last time mentioning any season. And if I mention it again, you just come over here and you say hush.
When you started talking, I was like, he's going to butcher this.
Oh my! I literally asked you before the newscast.
I know.
I said, give me a rundown, and you did. And of course,
I was ready to step in and help you out. If
that's why we keep you around here.
That's exactly right. But we are in our final hours of summertime. Yeah. And it kind of feels like it out there this morning. Very mild and muggy. We actually tied a record yesterday at the National Weather Service office at Jackson. 91 degrees was the high yesterday up there. And again, it's just kind of a mess out there this morning. Let's go to temperatures. I started on radar, but I kind of skipped past it because there's really nothing to talk about right now. There is rain coming in. It's just not quite here just yet. But look at that. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s this morning. And again, 74 Prestonsburg, Pikeville, very muggy out there as well. 74 Lexington, which is just outside of our area. But a lot of numbers with 7 in front of them. But we have Clintwood at 60 and Jonesville at 64. Those are two of our cool spots this morning. But even Wise is at 68. That is several degrees warmer than this time yesterday morning. So again, double digits warmer in Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Logan, Hazard, and Williamsburg. But temperatures are going to start falling. Look at the wind shift back out to the west. Already coming in from the northwest back out toward Lexington and Louisville. That's pulling some of that cooler air in. It's going to pull some moisture in. And these southwest winds that are controlling this warmth will start to move out very quickly. So out the door forecast, are you going to see rain all day? Absolutely not. Because you see the chances early. Yes, not everybody will see those, but keep your rain gear handy just in case. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Letcher County schools were back in session yesterday, nearly a month and a half after the original start date. Since several schools in the district were damaged by the flood, many students were placed in other schools. But despite the many changes, the Letcher County faculty and staff say they are excited to be back.
I'm so blessed to be a superintendent in a district with people who care so much about each other and who give of themselves to make sure that our kids get what they need. And we want them in school where we can take care of their immediate needs and make sure that they're in a safe, welcoming learning environment and where they leave knowing that they're loved every day.
With so many students, faculty, and staff members losing something to the flood, officials say it's nice to restore some normalcy to everyone by being back together again. And one group is hoping to pep up its people after the flood waters poured through the region, but it may need some help from the community to find their footing as they look toward that goal. Our buddy Forbes has that story.
From sounds of celebration to signs of catastrophe.
It's honestly devastating just to see everything that you grew up with seeing. It just was all just washed away.
As cleanup efforts continue in Fleming Neon, cheer-up efforts are also underway.
And so the immediate response wasn't cheerleading until I realized that my girls needed that as much as they needed anything else, because that was their sense of normalcy.
The Fleming Neon Middle School cheer team lost most of its equipment to the floodwaters that poured through the area in July.
But now we have to go drive 10 minutes down the road to go practice.
Borrow things. We don't know if we're going to have a practice. We don't know where our gym's going to be.
Like most of the time we're just practicing outside.
Destroying cheer mats, the team fundraised for years to collect. Mats that are a requirement for the girls to practice and compete.
I just want to compete. The only thing I can think to say is gut-wrenching.
Making the thing the current 8th graders have worked toward for the last 9 years just another casualty of the waters.
I feel like a lot of people take cheerleading for granted. They don't really think about cheerleading. They usually think about other sports.
Now the girls are hoping to raise enough money to get their foundation back.
This community needs cheer.
So they can do more than stand on the sidelines.
Have a wonderful sponsor that's getting their shoes paid for, and we've got uniforms in the process, but nothing yet. Now they need mats. That's the big need for them right now.
But in the meantime, the award-winning team is planning to hit the field Thursday night.
Something that was covered in mud and debris, and the girls are going to get to be back on their field for the first time.
To meet the Pirates.
And the town needs it. The kids need it. And I'm so excited for them.
And remind them that even the water can't take down the ship. In Letcher County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, the mats could cost more than $5,000 to replace, and several fundraisers are already in place. Now, if you are interested in donating, you can contact Fleming Neon Middle School. Well, the Breathitt County Area Technology Center was ruined by the floods, but it received $25,000 yesterday from Advance Auto Parts. A teacher at the center sent the company a letter telling the company of the center's needs. Representatives with Advance Auto tell us they know many of their employees and customers were impacted by the flooding, so they wanted to help their community rebuild any way they could.
And they're in the process of designing and getting us a new school. We're just not sure when that's going to take place. If everything goes as planned, hopefully we're going to break ground in the spring.
The $25,000 will help the school buy new tools that were destroyed in the flood. Election Day is less than 2 months away, and access to voter registration and requesting an absentee ballot is just a click away. Election officials also want to remind voters to do their homework before heading to the polls. Secretary of State Michael Adams is announcing a partnership with Veteran Affairs facilities to bring closer access to VA beneficiaries.
It's brand new. Now if you go to register for a driver's license, they ask you if you want to register to vote. If you sign up for assistance, same deal. But we've left our veterans, unfortunately, out of this conversation.
Well, you can go online to register to vote using the website you see at the bottom of your screen. The midterm election will be held Tuesday, November 8th. The deadline to register to vote is Tuesday, October 11th at 4 p.m. You can also register online to become a poll worker, and they need all of the volunteers they can get. Kelly Knight Craft's gubernatorial campaign is the first to announce a running mate. Craft is running in the 2023 Republican primary for governor. Well, she chose State Senator Max Wise of Campbellsville as her running mate. Since 2015, Senator Wise has represented all or part of Adair, Allen, Metcalfe, Monroe, Taylor, and Warren counties. Several other Republicans are running in the primary for a chance to take on Governor Andy Beshear next fall. Well, thank you so much for getting your Thursday morning started with us here on Mountain News This Morning. Coming up, the countdown is on for NASA's attempt to show the world it's capable of defending our planet in case of approaching dangers from outer space. That's just ahead.
We're in our final hours of fall, and a cold front bringing in rain and cooler temperatures is on the way in. I'll track it for you in about 3 minutes.